Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Obelix here, coming at you today from FTB Revelation. How y'all doing today? So last time, guys, we built this igneous extruder and the lava factory. And we are producing all the goodies. Now, today, guys, we're going to leave all that behind and just let it sit there and produce. And we're going to switch to a different mod. We're going to go back to Tinkerers. Remember, we built this smeltery a long time ago, and this is just a janky place for it. It worked early on, but it ain't a great place for it. But I'm not going to worry about that today. I want to look at some things, other things within Tinkerers. And yeah, you notice I got a whole lot of seared brick here. We're going to take that and we're going to do some things with it. So what we're going to do is find a good spot for this. And I really don't have a good spot for this. So wherever we stick it might be temporary. But let's try. I think we're gonna just try over here in the back for the time being. Yeah, I think we'll go right in here somewhere. So what I want to do is get me thingy dang down here. Get these out of my hot bar, and we're just gonna put that right there. Boom, done. Now, we need to start with some bricks. So I want to make this out of seared bricks. So there's a nice little stack. Now that's going to get us... Get out of the way. Nobody's talking to you. Go away. Let's see. I think we will... 1, 2, 3, 4. That might be too big. Maybe this big. A 5 by? That gives us an internal of a 3 by. Yeah. Let's see, that's 4, 5. Yeah. I think that'll work. Now, we're going to make a tinkerer's furnace. Not a smeltery, guys. A furnace. Different thing. Now, for the smeltery, you could make it with cutting off the corners like this. When we made the smeltery, in fact the one in the house has the corners cut off like this, and you just got to do these 3 blocks like so. You would take your bricks and do like this, and then fill this in, and you would be good to go. Not so for the furnace. The furnace needs every block filled in all the way. Stop digging so much, shovel. Or what do you call it? Drill. There. So we do need, for the furnace, all these little side blocks filled in like this. And the entire bottom. Like that. And we will need these corners done. When I see people building furnaces and for whatever reason they don't work, it's usually because they forgot to fill in the corners or that bottom section down there. So then we just take it up as high as you want to go. Within limits. I forget what the limit is, but I think we will take our crafting table with us. Dirt block to the rescue. That way we can do things like this. Crafting on the fly. So I think we will... I am going to need more blocks because I think I want to take it up to the side of the building. I want to take it at least as high as the building. So let me get to placing blocks and making some more seared brick. And I will bring you guys back when we're up there. Alright guys, I have built this sucker on up to the sky. We've gone all Jeffersons on it. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. If I go over here some stairs. And up the ladder. You will see it poking out of the top. Kind of like a smokestack, which is what I was shooting for. Now we may fix this up a little bit later, but don't fall off. Thank you. I'm kind of liking the concept. Do have to dirt block out to get over to it. Got some dirt here. We can do that if we need to. Got a few extra leftover seared brick. And now we need to make this guy functional because he ain't at the moment. So let us see what is necessary. Love them slime boots. I think we can reclaim our previous dirt block. And we're going to need our crafting table. And we're going to need our seared... No. Is that it? Seared furnace controller. That's the one. So we do need cobblestone. Do I have cobblestone? I do not have cobblestone. I need some cobblestone. Alright, so we're going to make our furnace that we're going to need to make the controller. We're going to take that furnace, we're going to plop it down, and we're going to put 6 pieces of sand in there, and we're going to put a piece of coal in there and cook those up. Of course, I could have just walked right inside to my furnace. It's right in there. And there we go, 6 pieces of glass. We will break this furnace, and we will use it with some bricks to make seared furnace controller. Now we're going to take these and make a seared tank. Let's see how many of those we can make. Fantastic. So we will put seared controller here in the center, like so. Now this guy will not work until you put at least one seared tank in it. Now they cannot go anywhere like they can on the smeltery. The smeltery, you can pretty much put the seared tank anywhere you want it. On this guy, they have to go on the corner slots. Now it could be anywhere up and down the corner, but it has to go on the corner. As soon as you do, it'll light up and the tank is, or the furnace is now functional. So we will give this guy a couple extra just because we have them. As long as they're in the corner, it's fine. Now you get an interface and she's good to go. So we need to get some lava into this bad boy. And I just so happen to have a tank of lava. And a conduit to extract the lava. And we will set this guy to insert like so. So now he has lava and can cook like crazy. So if we put these steaks in here, I got 64 raw beef, we'll just drop them all in there. You'll notice he cooks in stacks of 16, but he will cook all the steaks in the 16 at one time. That's going to take longer than it would steak by steak if we were just to put a furnace down there, but remember, it's cooking all 16 at once, which is very good. So we'll give him a little bit to cook a rate. And we're nearing the end. There you go. 64 cooked steak and 4 stacks of 16. Fantastic. Now we can somewhat automate this guy, I believe, by popping a chest down like so. We can grab an item conduit, and just like with our furnace or smelter, it needs to go into the controller, brains, words. So we'll put an insert extract, and we will put an insert extract always. And if we put in something that is smeltable, like cobblestone, it should suck it up into the furnace, which it did. Now, because we didn't put in the entire thing, now the problem is, see, it's pulling it back out because you know, we can interact with the furnace. We can put things in like this, and then we can pull things out. Well, so can these conduits. So what we would need to do is put a filter on this that said, pull cobble out of here, but don't pull it out of here if we wanted to do this. I don't think I'm going to need this, but that's how you would do it if you wanted to automate this guy. You know, with some form of filtration system to prevent it from pulling things out. Otherwise, you can just put things in manually, let it cookerate, and it can, like I said, cook a ton of stuff at one time. What we can do is pop these guys on here, up-a-doop, up-a-doop. And when you get things that don't want to line up for you, like this with conduits, and your IO conduits specifically, we'll set these to insert. When you get an empty one and a full one, they won't connect together, so you can use your Yeta wrench. Just bap it, and it will connect for you. What that does is help prevent you having two different fluids and they mixing together, because that would be bad. There we go. Have more lava in there. Temperature is pretty darn good. Oh, yeah, those are all done. So that is the Tinkerer's piece of glass on the side of the wall. That is... Let's get that out of my hand. That's the Tinkerer furnace. Now let's go on to the next thing I want to do today. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is move this smeltery outside, right next to the furnace. I'll just keep all of our Tinkerer stuff together, so we'll take these guys, and I'm not going to worry about that stuff right now. We will take this and this. We will want these, and of course I'm going to reuse as much of this as I can. Though I want to go with the bricks here as opposed to the seared stone, and I think the rest of this is seared stone, so we'll leave that there. We'll come rip it out later. I probably will, yeah, I'll go ahead and reuse this and all this stuff. Of course I don't have any inventory space. Let me clean some inventory out and get set up outside to make this guy bigger. Alright guys, got everything ripped out. I did go ahead and take out all the seared stone, and I'm going to get this set up back over here. And like I said, I'm just going to set it up right beside the furnace that we just put in place. Yeah, we'll just go right in here. Basically the same size. Kind of want it to look like dual smokestacks. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off because of the different shapes of these guys. Oh, I wonder if I should go right here in the middle of this one. Maybe. Anywho, let me get this guy set up, knock some trees and such down, and I will bring you back. Alright guys, I have got this guy up to the level, almost fell off, up to the level of the furnace. Ooh. I did go ahead and half slab the roof of both this and this, just to prevent baddies from doing their thing, and you can see we are a long way up. And this is something you won't normally want to do, but because we haven't put a controller on this guy, we are fine and dandy. We can go ahead and pop out of here. Now I did build this as you would normally build it, without the corners and with only, you see we have a dirt block here, whereas if we were building this guy, we would have needed that to be seared brick as well. I'll probably go ahead and fill in the corners, and you know, at a later time. I don't have enough seared brick right now, and I've been making seared brick all day. I don't want to make any more right now, but just so that these two guys look the same, I'll probably do that. But for now, let us get the controller. Where controller? There, controller. There. Get that guy in there, and we will get the. We put lava here. Tank. Boom. That should fire him up. He does fantastic. Now when he was in the house, he was a 2x2, so we used, you know, just 4 blocks and built around that. This guy is a 3x3. And if we look inside, we can see he's 3 across and 3 down. Now, I don't want those, I want these. Boom. We do need our smelter drains. And let's go ahead and plug that. I think I'll put them here. So we get to use 2 sides of it. And we'll put another one here. Don't I have 2 smelter drains? No, I only made 1. Well, that's a thing. Do I have any more brick? Ooh, I don't have enough brick. Okay, so I'll have to make another one of those. So we can definitely do that. But that will get us going over here. And we'll clean that up. We'll put our tables there and there. Yeah. And we'll probably put just a chest here. Actually, we could put one here. Let us get there. Hello? There we go. It didn't want to place. And these guys, put one there and one there. And we need our dirt. Fill you in there, and we'll put our crate there. Fantastic. Now we're back up and running, just like we were before, only much, much larger. So we can come here, do what we gotta do, load it up on the goodness. I had to, when this guy was about that tall, I did have to go ahead and put the controller in the lava and cook some more seared brick, so that was a thing. Put those in so we can... I thought I had 2 lever levers. Must have missed the other one. I thought that would get them both. It did not. It should, because it's strong signaling this guy too. Interesting. You have to actually place it on the block. I learn something new every day. Did not know this. So I will place chest here for time being with this guy, and we'll go move all the you know, all these plates or these casts that we have in the house. We'll move those out here as well. But there we go, got our smeltery taken care of. Alright guys, the last thing I want to build is a Tinkerer tank, and I've built a few of these in the past, but not very many. It is going to go right in here, so we're going to have to clear all this mess out. And they can basically be anything from a 3x3 to an 11x11, so I did get my book out to check that to make sure. I've got a furnace cooking up some more seared stone for us. Now this guy, he needs to be, again, it's a 3x3 up to an 11x11. Now I want to leave a few blocks here, and I basically want it to be the same width as the other units. Now it needs an entire base of seared brick. So the whole base has to be seared brick. The top, most of it has to be seared brick. But the sides all need to be glass. So I'm thinking maybe we go... I want to leave some room here to do some other stuff. Maybe we go about halfway. This is starting... Yeah, he's starting at the halfway point of this window. Maybe we go to the halfway point of this window, which is right here. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, he's not going to be nearly as tall as these guys. We may go up to like the first floor. And then what we have to do is fill this in like so. Now normally I would drop this down a block and do the base and the floor like we did with these other units. The reason I'm not doing that is because it needs smeltery drains like this guy right there. And you can put it at the base layer. So I do think I want to put it at the base layer. You can also put it in the glass wall. It's the only thing you can put inside the glass wall. But it'll make more sense as we do it here. So we got some bricks cooking up. Good, good, good. Did I put my table away? Okay. So I'm gonna make some seared glass. This guy right here. So it's just glass with some seared brick. I'm gonna make a ton of that, and we're gonna build this guy up, and I will bring you back. All right, guys, got it all set up here. So we've got our base of seared brick, and then we've got our seared glass, and we've got a top of seared brick. And just like with the other two units, I did go ahead and half slab the roof up there, and that should be fine. So I want to come into about the middle of this guy. I did have to shorten it up. I did rethink about it, and coming out all the way to here was more than 11 blocks. Remember, 11 by 11 is the longest it can be. So this is the 11th block in this range. So we're only 5 this way, but we're 11 this way. Then I did take it up to the lip of the first floor there. It's actually a half slab taller. Because of the half slab up there. If we go ahead and take the center block out, roughly here, it doesn't have to be the center, I just want it to be, and replace that with the controller. It should go blue. Yep, fantastic. Now we can see the contents of the tank. I did go ahead and put a drain in here, and I put some extra drains in here as well. While I was making ingots, might as well go ahead. Now, this guy is fully functional. So, one thing I wanted to show you guys is that you can't use these seared gauges. While they look cool, they are not glass. And you will see glass, well, that's, yeah. What am I doing here? Why you no connect? Did I make the wrong thing? I made the wrong thing. Well, poop. Glass has edges all the way around. You see how the window has edges on the sides but not the bottom and top. The gauge has the little dips on the side there. The glass is kind of round by itself, but when you can put it next to each other, it connects. But if you were to use this guy in place because you wanted a gauge down the side, you can see, oh, it does work. Ooh, I didn't think it did. So we could put a gauge, but you can see you don't get the connected texture. Yeah, that just does not look as good. So that's a thing. What about the window? The window works as well. I thought it had to be the glass. Interesting. And we're going to tear up all the grass. Fantastic. Get out of the way, chicken. So, let's try getting these. And that's glass. Where's window? Boom. Yeah, see, no connect. It's just a boring old window. Why would you use that? That just looks stupid. Anyhoozle. We'll stick with the glass because, yeah, you get this nice clear view. Now, what I'm going to do is go grab some conduits to connect our beautiful smeltery, good grief words, and I'm going to grab another lever, and then probably some iron or something we can put in here so we can see all the coolness. So let me go to the house and grab a few things. Alright guys, we're back at the tank here. Now, I want to, I'll start with put a lever on that guy so we can turn these guys off. And I want to connect some fluid conduits to this guy. Now, these are just pressurized conduits, except for I'm not going to be able to run through there. And I'm going to want to do that. So there we go. So I'm going to set this guy to extract always, and I'm going to set this guy to insert. Fantastic. Now I've got some different metals here. So if I start with copper, for example, and just load 16 copper in there, it'll melt down in our amazing smeltery. I'm purposefully not putting these in right now. Come on. There we go. And you can see it coming out and filling up our tank. Oh, that looks so cool. So we just got a layer of copper in there. And you can see 1 block, 7 ingots worth of molten copper. Now, you know how we did not put a tank of lava on this guy? It does not use heat. So it will keep the items, whatever you put in here, in a fluidic state, and it will not let them merge. So if I were to say to this guy, do not, well, I'm going to leave extract, but I'm going to set it to never active. If I were to take an ingot of gold and an ingot of silver and put them in here and let them cook down. Now, because the pipe is turned off, it should not extract. Wait for them both to melt down. There's the silver. And there's the gold. Now, they are combining to form electrum. So we now have 2 ingots of electrum in here. So if we leave them in the smeltery, that's what's going to happen. But if I come over here and say extract always, that electrum's going to come into the tank. And we can see now that we have 2 ingots of electrum, 1 block, 7 ingots of copper. Okay, but if I come back in here and I say cook all the silver. And wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Done. Now that's all going to pipe into there. Then I'm going to say cook the gold. Now, if they were in here, they would combine into electrum as we saw. But because they're in here, that's not going to happen. So we've got gold, and then notice it's not changing. We've got silver, it's not changing. And then we have our 2 ingots of electrum, and then copper. And just like with the smeltery over there, you just select whatever block or whatever liquid you want to be at the bottom, and it shows up at the bottom, and you can pipe it out. So you can use the same drain or another drain and pipe it out just like you would over here and turn it into ingots or whatever. If you want it to alloy, just pipe it back into the furnace and you'll be able to alloy it. But that is the Tinker's Tank, Tinker's Furnace, and Tinker's Smeltery in large form. I do think that is all the time I got for today. I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me, as always. And until next time, y'all get out there and make some noise. We'll see you.